Welcome. It's Thank FOC. It's Wednesday, and it's a slightly different lineup this week. We are joined by a man that many thought he'd become a myth, many thought he'd become a legend, but oh no,
I've
the
definitely
perpetual
not
one is
become a
back.
legend. I've come off the bench, guys. I'm passing around the water bottles, and here for another night to enjoy some FOC. I was that intrigued by last week's show, the very first FOC show, that I thought, "Do you know what? I've got 7.5 hours to spare. Let's dive into this and see what happens."
Right, I mentioned last week it was the first one we'd done, and we thought, oh, what we'd do, we'd test the waters. Little did I know that there was going to be 752 pages from Slab Crusaders, but it was okay. Everyone stuck with us. It weren't too bad. It was all right. It was enjoyable.
Just about. We'll see. We'll see who's returned for more punishment.
Which at the moment we've just got Connie. So good evening, Connie. Thank you very much for joining. But how have you been, mate, since you haven't been on YouTube? Enjoying life? Better?
Yeah, it's been interesting. It's been fun. I've been catching up and watching some of our fellow community and their videos, and I've been back to doing a little bit of Instagram posting here and there. But yeah, no, it's been nice. I've been focusing a lot on myself and on family and on work. But I must admit, you do miss being part of something, if that makes
Mhm.
sense. And I know people who have been on shows before who have maybe left or who are maybe doing different things now. They'll always say the same, that it's about being part of something. So yeah,
Well,
watch the space, Charles. Watch the space.
here we go. Look, good evening, Connie. Thank you very much for joining. And Triple G. Sorry I can't be there tonight, guys. Have a good one. Andy's strapping for a minimum of 4 hours. There we go. And the Poptimist. Good evening, sir. Thank you very much. And Ed Vic. Yo, yo, yo. Yes, it's a familiar face on the screen, and I'm not talking about mine. I'm talking about that, guys. But the door's always open for you, mate. As we said, the door's always open for you unless it's locked.
don't let it hit me in the arse on the way out. Is that what you're saying, Charlie? I can see
That's it. That's what. But for the people that were here last week, this is Thank FOC. It's Wednesday. We're literally going to sit down. We're going to go through the Slab Crusaders website, who are our sponsors, and we work closely with them. We've got like a community comment box and everything. The most confusing community comment box that's coming out, but it's going to be worth it. It's going to be interesting. So make sure you sit back and enjoy that. But we're going to streamline it this week. So with that said, we might as well just jump straight into it, mate. So basically, this is the Slab Crusaders website. So last week, me and Pete took the decision to go through every single page, every single FOC, which equates to like 17 pages, and I think it was over probably 320 comics. So thank you to everyone that started at 8 o'clock and ended going to bed at like 11. That was very much appreciated. So thank you very much for that. This week, me and the Perpetual One have decided to kind of streamline it, as it were, and in other words, just wing it.
Yeah. I think so. I think I'm kicking you, dragging you kicking and screaming here, Charlie, to try something a wee bit different. But do you know the thing that I found last week was I didn't really realize how many comics come out every single week on FOC. Like I normally just focus on the stuff that I enjoy. But whenever you guys actually done the breakdown, and what it also did tell me is there's a lot of rubbish that is out there, isn't there?
Yeah.
Oh my
But then on the
goodness.
flip side of that, me and Pete kind of noticed some comics that we was interested in that we'd never heard of before. So there's like two edges to every sword and stuff. But it was interesting. But some of it we was going through thinking, this is pretty annoying. So what we're going to kind of do, we're going to go through the key spec comics FOC, our top picks of the week. We'll go through the cover buyers. We'll go through the new number ones, and then we'll kind of revert back and then see if we can touch on the Marvel and DC comics and stuff like that. And Andy's got his top picks and stuff like that. So it'd be engaging. If there's anything that we kind of miss and you want to see if it's coming out and what the date is and stuff like that, you can kind of just drop it in the chat and we can kind of go from there. So where should we start, Andy? Do you want to start with key specs, pick of the weeks, cover buyers, or new number ones?
I do love a little bit of speculation when it comes to comics, and it's something that I've always got my eye on whenever I'm doing FOC. So let's start with some key and spec comics.
As you wish. So obviously, as always, updated weekly with key and spec comics on the FOC list. All this must be placed before 9 p.m. each Sunday. Now, I need to speak to James about this because it's meant to be 9 p.m. on a Saturday, because that's what he's doing. It is a Sunday, is it? No, it's Saturday, isn't it?
Do you know what? I throw them in, and I've never been late, so I just wing it.
It's a 9 p.m. I'm just going to confirm this. It is a 9 p.m. It is 9 p.m. on a Sunday. So yeah, I don't need to speak to James. There you go. That's right. So up first this week, we've got the Incredible Hulk issue number 9 cover by Greg Capullo there. This is coming out in week 8. You interested in this, mate?
Simply for I know that the new run of Incredible Hulk is really, really good. I think we reviewed the first issue, I think.
Yeah.
This for me would be an absolute cover buy for Greg Capullo, the master at work. If this could be a black and white variant, I'd be all over this one. But what does it say? Yeah, so the first appearance of Frozen Charlotte, a supernatural serial killer. So I've not been keeping up on Incredible Hulk. Do you know who or what this person's all about?
Do you know what? For me, this is like obviously after the fantastic Al Ewing run of the Incredible Hulk, like the Immortal Hulk and stuff like that. I kind of dipped off it. I weren't really into reading it, but then Andy Johnson came on, and I have been enjoying it. I'm up to issue number 3 at the moment because there's been so many comics that I've been reading. But yeah, I'm not really sure. I think from what I can gather, Frozen Charlotte is the one of the girls I think that he kind of looked after or saved in issue number 1 and 2. So kind of she stayed with him and kind of gone. But yeah. This is a key speculation because this is the first appearance of Frozen Charlotte and a supernatural serial killer. So yeah, for all you spec lovers of Hulk out there, definitely be picking up this one.
Not enough for me to pick it up, but that cover is enough for me to pick up. That would be an absolute cover buy for me.
It's an awesome cover, yeah, and especially by Greg Capullo as well. Next up, we've got Red Hood the Hill issue number 1, cover A by Sanford Green. Now this is a speculation because possible first appearance of villains Demetrius Corley Jr. and Saluku. Any idea who they are?
Haven't got a Scooby-Doo, but I do remember meeting Sanford at Thought Bubble, and he was absolutely superb. If you haven't checked out actually some of Sanford's cover work, it is absolutely sublime. It's kind of the same sort of vibe as we're getting on this particular cover. Again, it's probably not enough for me to pick this up, but you know.
But I mean, this is Welcome to the Hill, formerly one of Gotham's most dangerous suburbs. I've never heard of it before, and I love Batman. I've never really heard of the Hill before, so I guess it's just another writing. But yeah, that's a speculation for another first appearance. Then we've got Red Hood issue number 1. This is the cover B Terso Cons CSV. I guess this is it's going to be the first same appearance, isn't it? Yeah, there we go. It's an awesome cover as well, though.
Yeah, it's nice. Yeah. Well, how many books do we have as been speculation books for this FOC?
We have
1 million. That's not too bad.
We've got 4, 8, 12, 16, 17 books. So that's not too bad. 17.
And they're probably a lot of them on the same book anyway, just different covers.
Yeah. So moving over to Marvel, we've got Captain Marvel issue number 5. It's quite a cool cover. This is the first appearance of Undone, a Galactus level threat. That's interesting. A Galactus level threat. Now, obviously, there's some haters out there that don't like Captain Marvel because of the movies and the whole thing behind that. But I mean, I don't mind the Captain Marvel comics. I'd say out of all the Marvel comics that I'll probably read, Captain Marvel's one that I'll kind of dip in and out of. The comic book, not Captain Marvel. each to their own, mate. Each to their own. But yeah, like I'm not too fond of this. I don't really know what's going on, but it's the first appearance of Undone.
I think that's the thing. Like if you're not up in your Captain Marvel and you've not read the first 4 issues, then it kind of means nothing to you. So again, not one that I'll be picking up. And that like I'm imagining it's the first cover appearance of the Undone because that's what the eyes are in the background. Yeah, that's probably the character there, I'd say. So.
Good evening, Cole. Thank you for joining, mate. Thank you very much. Edvic, it's amazing how many. Makes me wonder what the print run is like on some of them. Each one's someone's hard graft, even though if they're not very good. It's true, isn't it? Like sometimes they just pump out absolute shit.
And can you imagine how challenging it must be for comic retailers, especially brick and mortar retailers, where they've got to sort of understand how many they've got to buy in, and if they don't, it just sits on the shelf.
That's exactly it. So that's Captain Marvel issue number 5, right? Then we've also got another Captain Marvel there, Annie Wood variant. That's quite a nice cover. Yep. Yeah, Incredible issue number 9. I'm assuming this is the main cover. Yeah, that's the main cover. Then we've got the Nick Bradshaw 97 variant. There's quite a few good 1997 variant covers coming out, and I do like the Marvel Comics logo, the original one there.
Yeah, that is cool. Yeah.
This one that's very interesting, The Predator, The Last Hunt issue number 1. this for me, I love Predator. And this, I'm definitely looking forward to this. This is a speculation book because this is a 4-issue limited series featuring a super predator.
Okay, so a new Predator, I guess.
Yeah.
Who is it that does that cover? I can't quite make it out.
It doesn't. It looks like C. Smith, but it doesn't. It doesn't really say.
I know there's a lot of good covers out for this. I was disappointed that, well, I could be wrong, but I didn't see a Scott Young cover
No,
for this. And
no.
normally he does.
I thought there would have been
quite a
because
lot.
he did one last year, didn't he?
Yeah, he
Predator
normally
one,
does it, but maybe he's concentrating on DC
yeah.
stuff.
But that's the main cover. That's Predator: The Last Hunt, and that is a speculation because it is a new superior Predator. Then we've got the Francesco Manna variant cover, quite nice. We've got the Paco Medina homage. We have the Sergio Davila variant cover. So we've got 5 covers out for that, which is quite nice. And there's going to be loads more as well. There's always more. Spectacular Spider-Man, and here we have another Spider-Man story. As if the market wasn't flooded enough with Spider-Man stories, we have Spectacular Spider-Man Spectacular Spider-Men issue number 1. Any ideas what you think this is a speculation for?
It's another first issue. They're probably playing on the success of Ultimate Spider-Man that came out last week, which is going for a pretty penny on the secondary market. What is this? The stars of 2 of Marvel's biggest series come together on their first ongoing series ever. Okay, so it's Miles and Parker. Then?
It's Miles and Parker for the first ever The Spectacular Spider-Man. This is, and I think this is tying into the Spider-Man 2 game because spoilers, when Spider-Man and Harry, he finds out that he's kind of like got a Venom symbiote in him and stuff like that. They try and find the name to suit each other, and Harry turns around to Peter and says, "Well, what do you and Miles call yourself? The Spider-Men?" So maybe that's part of the computer game and stuff like that. But yeah, the 2 stars come together in the first ongoing series. Do we think we need another Spider-Man comic out there at the moment?
It's the cash grab, isn't it? It's the money grab. It's what everybody wants to do. Like, I guess what we're kind of the older generation of comic readers, but if you're a young kid coming into a comic store, these are the books that they're going to pick up. And to be fair, I did have a quick look at all the covers for this, and there's obviously lots of them, but I don't know if we'll cover it today. But there's a Nicoletta Balderi cover, and it looks superb. That would be my pickup.
I mean, the only thing for this is that the art is by Humberto Ramos, and I do like his art. So there we go. So we've got a Spectacular Spider-Man 1. We've got a blank cover. We have a Spectacular Spider-Man. We've got the David Marquez foil. Pete loves a foil. I love a foil. We have the Dyke 1 variant cover. That's quite good, that one. The Image Coming Soon one. I like that one. We have a Sean Gallo variant cover. And then to finish it off, for the speculations this week, we have the Todd Nauch artist homage. I'd like to see that because obviously Todd Nauch,
that's what it's just. He does the faces, doesn't he, normally?
Yeah, but he's kind of mixed that up now, so he's not really doing that. So he's still doing some of them, but he's doing like the design variants as well now. I've seen a few of them.
Right, okay,
which are quite interesting. So
I think I would definitely go for the blank cover, because those in the secondary market, once everybody's bought them and there's none available, they go for a pretty penny, and they're always great to take to like a thought bubble and get your artist to do a sketch on.
Yeah. Right, so let's head over to our top picks of the week. So obviously these are what the top picks on the FOCs are. Now this one is obviously Transformers issue number 5. Fantastic run. It's been going on for a few weeks now, and this is obviously by Johnson and Spicer. This for me, when I see this coming out, this is a spoiler cover. It really is a spoiler cover for me. But have you been enjoying this, Andy?
Loved it. I caught up on issue 3 and 4 in preparation for tomorrow's show. And it was fantastic. All 4 issues have been consistently great, and we'll dive obviously deeper into tomorrow. But yeah, I'm loving it so far.
Yeah, there we go. Look, Edvic, they'll sell whatever Spider-Man they make, mainly to me. Oh, you love, yeah, he does. There we go. Wolverine vs Predator, he did. Yep, Scotty Young did do that one. Spine tingling Spider-Man has been decent fun. Yeah, that's actually a real story. So I thought he was joking.
That's his weekend.
Fuzzy is saying this is the weakest Transformer cover for him so far. That's interesting. That is
It feels
interesting.
like it feels like he's taken a panel, and it's been very much last
Yes,
minute. He's cut and pasted into it.
yes. I mean, after the issue number 4, which was it issue? Yeah, it was issue number 4 that came out last week. This, I'm looking forward to it. There were some horrendous bits in it, and you can clearly see that like Warren Johnson and Spicer are okay to go with what they did. There's one part in it, like with yeah, I don't want to go too much into it because we'll delve into it tomorrow. But obviously, this one says Starscream revives one of the most powerful Decepticons to eliminate the Autobots once and for all. So I definitely think this is one that people are going to pick up, whether you're a Transformers fan, whether you're kind of this is your childhood. You're reliving your childhood here.
Absolutely. Nostalgia definitely sells. I might need to hand in my nerd card, because after reading issue number 4 today, I did have to actually message Peter to ask him who the big robot was at the end in the very last page, because I had no idea. No idea.
Andy.
I'm sorry, guys. Sorry.
Shocking. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. It's a great comic, and I've started recently watching Thundercats again. Fantastic. They're literally so great. It's so good. Then there's a various Vampirella covers out this week. We've got I hate the way it keeps sliding down. We've got Vampirella 666 cover. Every time we go up here, look, it's like, oh no, it's not doing it now. There we go. Vampirella 666 cover A by Lucio Perillo. We have cover B by Massa Ferra, and we have cover E, which is the Perillo foil cover as well. He seems to be like the main artist, the main cover artist for Vampirella. He's been doing it for years.
There's a Carla Cohen cover as well. There's also a blank variant cover, which I would suggest that people get on. But yeah, Vampirella is just pure cover buy. Does anybody read Vampirella? That's the question for the chat.
If anyone in the chat has ever read a Vampirella comic, let me know, because when I used to do the top picks, I'd literally be there for a month of Sundays going through the 752 Dynamite covers for Vampirella. Not because I wanted to, because it was quite enjoyable to do, but
in the toilet.
Way too dark. There we go. And there we go. I thought issue 4 was the most solid issue to date. Definitely the most words to actually read. Yeah, I think issue number 2, and especially issue number 2, I think there was like 6 or 7 pages in there that didn't even have any words in it and stuff. But yeah, definitely looking forward to it.
Quick question, Charlie. So these are top picks. I'm assuming these are James's top picks. James, if you're in the chat, let us know. Are these your top picks? And if you get any method in your madness of how you choose these, I'd be interested to know.
Yeah, because what I've started to notice is that like the FOC top picks or the cover buys with the new number ones, sometimes they'll amalgamate into like the different pages. So it might be the top cover buys and stuff like that. So there might be some crossover and stuff, which is why we're not going to go through every single one of them. But they're obviously picked for a reason, and they're obviously voted as the number ones and the cover buys and stuff like that. So yeah, James, if you do get to watch this back or you are in the chat, just let us know, because obviously we've just done Red Hood the Hill issue number 1 with the 2 covers here. Alien Black, White and Blood. I'm looking forward to this one. Have you been liking like the red, white and blood? Because obviously DC done it with Harley Quinn. They did like the red, white and black ones. Marvel did it with Wolverine, like red blood and black and whatever it was. But of Alien, with obviously the new film coming out, I'm looking forward to this. I've jumped on this.
I think some of the stories I've liked a little bit. I think they obviously, I think the first one they done was, it could be wrong here, it might have been the Wolverine one that they done, was the
yeah, it was, yeah.
And I think that sold really, really well, and then they obviously went, right, we'll do this for every single character. I didn't, sorry Charlie, you're going to hate me for this, but I didn't really enjoy the Harley Quinn one they done.
Nor did I. I
really
literally,
poor. Yeah.
It was, and for me, the Harley Quinn run, even her standalone comic, like for me, I'm a massive Amanda Connor fan. Like when someone says to me, who do you associate Harley Quinn with? It's Paul Dini, and in comics, it's Amanda Connor. Anyone that's done it kind of since then hasn't really worked. Now, I haven't read hardly any of the latest Harley Quinn run. I read the Black, White and Redder when Katana Collins did it, but then I kind of switched off because the stories were kind of rubbish. It didn't relate to anything. It didn't relate to anything about Harley Quinn. She was just kind of going through different places and stuff. So for that, I'm kind of like, yeah, I'm done with that. But with the Alien Black, White and Blood, I've heard good things about this, and I've seen some of the good covers, and I've read some of the synopsis and stuff like that. And I think, again, they're just tying it into the new movie releasing and stuff. And I think it's a great, like, Aliens is wicked. Like, no matter how you look at it, Aliens is awesome.
I think since Marvel really got the Alien and the Predator licenses to play with, I don't think they've done them justice yet, because I think I would rather a really dark Predator and you know, lots of gore, lots of blood and stuff like that. But I think it's a little bit too sort of Marvelized in most cases. And what really gets me is this cover. See the top banner piece?
Yeah.
Why does it need to be there?
Yeah, I don't need to. I don't need to look. Yeah, the Marvel Zombies Red, White, and Blood is poor. Agreed. Yep, agreed. And then Black, White, and Green would be better for Aliens. No. Look at that. That's where they need you. PR. But there we go. So that's Alien, Black, White, and Blood. Then we have, again, we've touched on the Captain Marvel. We've touched on the Hulk. We've touched on the Predator. And we've touched on the Spider-Man, which we've done. Then we've touched on that. This one, Andy, this one, I know full well this was one of your picks. Now, forget me if I'm wrong. Didn't this come out last year?
This is the second part of it. So this is like so they were all one shots, and I think there was 2 stories in the first book. So this is the second book to that, and I think it just continues that story. I am really looking forward to this. I love the first one shot of this. I think the artwork is absolutely superb. And normally what they do is they would bring out like a few surprises and maybe like a new character. So I'm surprised that this isn't a spec book as well. But yeah, this was in my top pick on my IG, so I'm really looking forward to this one.
Fuzzy has just said this has been delayed until February the 21st. That's interesting.
The Star Wars Visions one, Fuzzy,
yeah. But what, let's have a look, because week 8, 2024 is, week 8 in 2024 is the 19th of Feb. So yeah, so this is, it's still an FOC, it's still going to be coming out at that date. But forget me if I'm wrong, I think the first one that they brought out, this was delayed as well. I think it was meant to come out 1 week before and it come out like a week later. So maybe it's just, I don't know, but yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. The covers have been great. Like, this cover is awesome. And the first one was similar.
Yeah, I think I could be wrong, but I think there's maybe only 1 or 2 covers for this, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
So they haven't went mad.
Yeah, but this is awesome. This is very nice. Very, very nice. And then on to the next page, on to the next one. Right, there we go. Blood Commandment. Andy, take it away.
I need to first of all thank you, and to thank Peter, and to thank Tom. I'm obviously getting the opportunity to come on the show tomorrow, and the 2 picks, one of which is Blood Commandment issue number 3. Now, since not being on the show, I've been very lazy with my reading, but this gave me a good opportunity to download the 3 issues and give it a good read. Guys, not to spoil issue number 3, but as overall, this book, it doesn't feel as if I can give it enough justice, this particular book, because it feels it's so under the radar.
Yeah.
And Kodransky's his artwork, his storytelling, the panel work that he does is some of the best. Like, I won't go into it. I'll save it for tomorrow. But all I would say is, when this comes out as a trade paperback, I am jumping all over it. I think it's fantastic.
I can't wait for the trade paperback to come out of this, but also something epic, because some of the drawings,
which is on FOC.
He's done,
it's on FOC.
FOC. Yeah. But I mean, Simon Kodransky can do no wrong, as Fuzz has just said. Like, he must be working the longest hours out of everyone, because he's got 4 covers out for this. He's got 4 covers out for issue number 3 that he's all done himself. He's done all the variant covers himself. He's done all the internal artwork himself, and he's done the writing as well. Man of multi-talents.
Absolutely.
Amazing.
And he's one of very few creators who can probably do a comic without any words, and it would be the best story you've ever not read.
Yeah. There we go. Look, Ed has said, I read issue 1 of this and was out after that. Maybe it was too hasty. 100%, mate. 100%. Stick with it.
Yeah, you're losing it. When I said that the trade paperback for the first 7 issues is actually on previews for, and I think the last orders for it are next week. and then the same week that the trade paperback comes out, issue number 8 comes out. So it's a brand new arc, and that's the covers that've got the duck on the front, which looks cool.
There we go. The covers for Something Epic Arc 2 are outrageously good. Yes.
Yeah.
Who doesn't love Howard the Duck? Who does not love Howard the Duck, man? But yeah, there we go. So this is Blood Commandment issue number 4. And as Andy mentioned on the show tomorrow, we will be reviewing last week's issue number 3. But I mean, look at these. Look at this. This Blood Commandment. Look at that. That is awesome. Obviously, that's a the Godfather homage. But yeah, look at that. Then moving on to another one. Kill Your Darlings issue number 6. For me, this comic went totally under the radar. Absolutely loving it. And we was lucky enough a few weeks ago to have Griffin Sheridan, who's the artist on this, jumped in the chat. Didn't know he was going to be there. It wasn't planned or anything. He kind of just jumped in, engaged with the chat, and told us that there's going to be a second arc to this, and it's going to get darker and more interesting than the first arc has done. Because I was speaking to him on Instagram, and he said this has kind of over exceeded all expectations. We kind of just thought it was going to be 6 issues, and after issue 3 they was kind of like, we can make a second arc out of this, and then they kept going, and it's wicked. Have you been reading this?
I haven't, mate. And one of the questions I had for you is this the last issue of the first arc then?
This is the last issue of the first arc, and then I think the second arc starts in 2 or 3 months, and then it's going to pick up. But it's wicked. It's a cross between I Hate Fairyland, probably Alice Never After. I'd say Something Epic. It's kind of all 3 of it. It's wicked. It's cool. Really good, and it just turns the pace on a knife edge. Like 1 minute you're reading it and it's all like dainty and nice, and then the next minute there's someone getting their art ripped out and legs are taken off. It's wicked.
Nice. Like Thought Bubble.
Really, really good. D the Duck. What's this? Ed, poor show. What's going on here? Yeah. Oh, yeah, no, he's talking about, because he dropped off after issue. Right, Ed, that your homework for this week is to read up to 4 issues of the Blood Commandment. Good evening, James. How are you, sir? Forgot it was an 8 p.m. kickoff. Shocking. So we had a question for you. Andy, what was the question you had for James?
Yes, we're just in the middle of looking at your top picks here, James, and we just wondered, are these your top picks? Is there any sort of method to your madness? Is there any sort of parameters that you use to choose your top picks, or is it just a case of you going that one? So let us know.
So while James answers that, moving over now, I am very, very much excited for this. I'm on a massive Daniel Warren Johnson purge at the moment, so I'm collecting, getting all these comics and looking forward to reading all this old stuff. Rebel Moon House Blood Axe issue number 2, a fantastic cover by Daniel Warren Johnson. This, for me, I haven't even read the first one because it went under my radar, but I've only seen issue number 2 because it's a DWJ cover.
I was about to ask, have you read issue number 1, because I've sort of seen it in the sort of solicitations and thought, no, it might be one that'll just pass me by, but I don't know if anybody's read it in the chat, could recommend it or not.
I mean, obviously it ties into the film, no? I assume it's got a tie into the film Rebel Moon and stuff. Yeah. So, but this looks like another for me, Daniel Warren Johnson could do no wrong. Like, I love his stuff. The only thing I am slightly anxious about is that he's coming off of Transformers after issue number 6, and then so I don't know how that's going to go. But
indefinitely is that indefinitely, Charlie? Like, or is it coming back?
I'm not sure. I think they're going to have. I'm not sure if he's. I think he's staying on it, but I think he's only doing the writing. He's not doing the internal art.
Oh, okay. Well, that's actually not too bad, because I found, and I don't know if anybody's the same, but after maybe issue number 3, I found some of the panels a little bit jarring to look at, and I was a bit confused to find out. Like, I was like, well, what's happening here? Like, what's he doing? What's he doing to that robot? What's happening? And I didn't quite understand it. So as long as he's writing it, I think that consistency will stay. I don't mind who does the art, as long as the writing keeps up the pace.
As long as we've got Mike Spicer doing the colours, I think all will be aligned and it should be okay. So we've got Rebel Moon, House Blood Axe 2, and then we also have an image coming soon for Transformers 5 Cover B. Talking about Transformers 5, can't wait to review that tomorrow. So now, going back to the homepage, what shall we do now, Andy? Should we do cover buys? Should we do new number 1s? Your choice. You take it away, sir.
I'd say let's do some new number 1s, because I know that there was at least 2 or 3 number 1s that I had picked in my list.
So these are the issue 1 comics on the FOC list. So obviously we've touched on Predator,
Yeah.
issue number 1. We've got Displaced issue number 1. Now I don't really know much about this. That's probably because it's a new number 1. There we said it, but
This is Boom Studios. This was one of my picks. I think there's a couple of covers that look quite interesting. If you want
yes,
to scroll down a wee, we can look at the
there we go.
source. So yeah, there's lots and lots of reading in this, but it's basically one of those sort of forgotten towns where people go missing, and there's a bit of a mystery behind it. I'll let you guys go and read it, but because it was a number 1 and because it was Boom Studios, I thought, you know what, I'll put this in my top and I'll give it a read to see what it's like, because I feel as if Boom Studios, it seems to have fallen off. Do you remember, like, back in the
Yeah,
good
yeah,
Charlie, where
yeah.
we were,
Hmm.
studios were the top and everybody was kind of trying to climb that ladder? It feels as if
Hmm.
it's a bit of a while, unless somebody can think of something that's come out that's
No, I
really.
totally agree.
I
I
can't.
totally agree. Yeah, no, I think it really has. They've done a massive thing. They've done like really good comics with, like, I think they did like Alienated, and then they did like Berserker, and then they kind of just disappeared.
But
They
what
kind of just,
was Berserker any good? Like,
no, it'd be shocking. But then
it
I
felt.
kind of noticed with Boom Studios, like Ross Ritchie, he was like well prominent on like Boom Studios Instagram and on his own Instagram and stuff
He
like that.
changed roles though, didn't he? He changed
Yeah,
to a different role. Yeah, that's right.
yeah,
Yeah.
and so that's kind of died down as well now. But I mean, hopefully this might be it. I mean, I think they had was it something Valley? There was a
Oh, Proctor Valley.
Proctor Valley. That, I think that was the last good Boom Studios comic I actually read.
I think a lot of the stuff that's coming out at the minute is stuff that potentially is going to go to be optioned.
Hmm.
That seems to
Yeah,
be the remit at the minute, as
yeah,
opposed to telling like great stories. Is it stories that
yeah,
can translate to TV or movies? Ed Bryson,
yeah.
I think, is the writer on this, and
Yes.
he's done a lot of Batman. So yeah, I've got
Yeah, it's quite
feelings
a
on.
good cover though. But
Love
James
it.
has got
Yeah.
back to us and he said, my topics, as in what catches my eye, what I think might be a good read for new number 1s, what comics seem to be well received, key spec, etc. But basically my opinion, and that's that.
So what we would like then, James, moving forward, is a killer comic show top pick section. So
Yes, whack
everybody
that
can
on.
just go straight to that option and get their books.
That would be awesome. Yeah, so we'll talk about that, James. We can get the logo on the site and stuff. That's fine. And I think he's right. You know, they made too much money from Berserker. I think they did.
Do you
I
remember they
think
had a
that was the
1 in
downfall.
1,000 and it was a
John,
returnable comic as well?
that was the John Boy Mayers one as well, wasn't
That
it?
was a job. That's right. It was, and I think there was ones that were getting signed and stuff. But what
Hmm.
blew my mind is the fact that it was returnable. So all the
Yeah.
shops were just buying like 5,000 comics, getting the
Hmm.
signed ones,
And then
putting
sending it
them
back.
on eBay, and then sending everything
Yeah,
back.
yeah, it was ridiculous. But yeah, so that's Displaced issue number 1. Then we have, I'm interested in, we got Displaced number 1. We got the Declan
That's
Shelby cover.
Declan Shelby cover, yeah.
I'm interested in this one, Sweetie Candy Vigilante Volume 2, Cover A by Zornow. This is basically, I'm just going to give a quick synopsis. Sweetie and her Candy Vigilante squad are back to kick off issue number 1, Volume 2 of the Sweet new series with an epic Sugartown showdown not to be missed. This for me, like I like my Harley Quinns. I like
Oh,
my I Hate Fairylands. I like my Alice in Wonderland. So if this is anything like that, I haven't read volume 1, so I'm kind of going into this with fresh eyes, but this kind of seems,
includes a free MP3 download, debuting
yeah,
a new, never before released track.
Hachi
Mm.
Milachi. Hachi Milachi. There we go. So accept a little sugar in your life. Get Sweet Cat Vigilante 1 because season 2 and Sweet is the only sugar shot caller in town. This seems awesome. I'm
Is
look.
that Dynamite? Is that a Dynamite?
Yes. Is that,
Yeah,
yeah? Is
Dynamite.
it Dynamite? Yeah, it is. But this is the cover. Look, this Sweetie Candy
Oh, is that
Vigilante. This
Tail?
is Ivan Taylor. Yeah, so that's cover B by Ivan Taylor. Then we've got cover C, which is by Howard. And then we have cover D, which is by Yunami. And we have cover E, which is by Ivory. So there's some good covers out there. And
Oh,
then
there's
we've
another
got
one.
another one. We've got cover F by Jesse. So I like these covers. I'm not going to lie. I think some of them are like right up my street. Like they're quite funky and stuff. And I think this is going to be, especially this cover here. I think this is going to kind of be loosely tied to like roundabout I Hate Fairyland and stuff like that. So if you like your I Hate Fairylands, I'm sure you're going to like that.
Yeah, it does have it does have a feeling of reading that synopsis that it could be one of those ones that go under the radar a little bit.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
interested to see what the story's like.
Then we've got Red Hood, The Hill again. We have Sinister Sons issue number 1, cover A by Brad Walker and Andrew Hennessy. Then we have Wanted, Across the Galaxy, the Sinister Sons cover B, Dan Mora cover. That's a good cover. I like Dan Mora.
Yeah.
I like Dan Mora's work. We've got cover C, which is Jamal Campbell. And then, as we mentioned earlier, we're now going to probably touch on. I mean, this Aliens cover here, Andy. This one's David Aja.
That red and black one is me after a bad kebab after a night out, just spewing my ring out. To be honest, that's the first thing I thought of.
I mean, that's an awesome cover, though. Like, I do like that one. And you said
take away the black border, take that black border away, and just make it a fully red cover, and I'll just take all my money.
But do you know why they've done that? I think it's because they're trying to do it like movie posters with this whole 20th century studios. It's meant to be a movie poster.
Well, they're wrong, Charles. They're wrong. They shouldn't be.
They are indeed. They are indeed. And there's also an Elena Casagrande variant cover as well, which is the image is coming soon for that one. Next up, we have Guardians of the Galaxy annual number 1. Not sure what this is about. It's an annual, so that's going to be a good one. Groot has been on a journey for the past year, and all the growth and loss and heartache has been for this moment. There we go. Yeah. Have you ever read any Guardians of the Galaxy comics?
I mean, that synopsis isn't going to make me buy it, in fairness. No. The cover's cool, but just one that'll pass me by, to be fair.
And then talking about covers, we've got the Paco Medina Marvel 97. See, I really like the Marvel Comics 97 logo, and there's a part of me that's like, just pick them up because they look cool.
They'd look cool, like if once you get them all, it'd be like trading cards, like the trading card covers.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. And then we've got the Predator. We've got the Spectacular Spider-Man, which we touched on. Yeah. Picking up a blank cover of that would be pretty cool. Cool.
Yeah. I think it's an absolute no-brainer for me. Yeah. I'm gonna hopefully pick up 2 or 3 of them.
Cool. Over to page number 2 now. Again, more Spectacular Spider-Man. This one's quite cool. That's like that's the Sean Gallo variant cover. Then we've got Visions, as you mentioned. This one is
that's a Stan Sakai.
Stan Sakai. That's awesome. That's awesome. That is pretty cool. But then over at
Peach Momoko. Sorry, Charlie. I'm just
no.
At the one in the middle. It's the Peach Momoko one. And
didn't you do one for the first run?
I think she may have. Yeah, it's kind of it's right in her wheelhouse. Especially if there's a slight horror element to this book as well. So I think she does her best work, sort of horror related.
Yeah, but you can definitely see the Stan Sakai, basically. I wonder if that there is Usagi Yojimbo underneath. Who knows? But over to Dark Horse Comics now. We've got Avatar Frontiers of Pandora. I'm not a fan of reading a comic that was a movie first, if that makes sense.
No, it does. Yeah.
I'd rather read the story because you can obviously do more in a comic book, and then you can kind of take elements from that to build a movie or a TV show. Whereas with the film, you've literally just got what you've done in the film, what you've created in the film. You then got to take it and put it into a different medium, and it doesn't always work. Like I read one of these comics and I was like, it's shit. It's shit.
The big one that it didn't work for was The Mandalorian season 1 and 2.
Yeah,
they brought a comic which everybody thought was going to be something different from what they'd seen.
Yeah,
and it was literally panel by panel the same as the TV show. Waste of money.
Yeah. No, exactly that. Then Scout Comics now, a perfect indie pick now. We've got Black Cotton Legacy. This is the Scout Legacy edition. This looks pretty cool. I wonder what this is about. So this is Scout Legacy Editions, brings back some of our most prolific number ones back into print, set in an alternative reality where the social order of white and black is reversed, and elitist family, the Cottons, are rocked by a tragic shooting that begins to unravel long-standing family secrets that could not only destroy the family, but also divide the fragile social climate of the world. That's deep.
So this is I've only read issue 1 of this. This was fantastic when it first came out, and a lot of people were trying to get this. So I think this legacy for Scout Comics is similar to like the dollar books that you can buy or the reprints and things like that. So they're giving people the opportunity to pick the books up again and reread the stories.
Oh, okay. So they're like basically rehashing it
Yeah,
to
it's
get more
just a
cash.
reprint, basically. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Right. So then moving over to Image now, we've got Cabinet issue number 1. Did you pick this?
Yeah, this was my top pick on IG for my joint top pick,
Hmm.
the Cabinet issue number 1. It's Image Comics first and foremost, and it's like, I think it's a mini series, so I don't know if it's 4 or
Yeah.
6 issues.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you want to read the bit of blurb about it, but it seemed quite cool.
Yeah, just a quick one. It says, in this vibrant, tongue-in-cheek adventure series, a atypical teen Avani and Midwestern jock Trent teleport across a post-Cold War landscape to collect bizarre relics. Why? Well, because they need to summon the arcane powers of a resplendent 17th century cabinet to fix a teeny tiny mistake the last time Avani used it. Unleashing an ancient evil from a prison and accidentally slaughtering her parents. Nice. Nice. I would read this. I would
It sounds
100% read this.
it sounds fun and like absolutely outrageous at the same time, so I'm all in.
It sounds awesome. Like I would 100%. But for me, something like that seems like that would have been a couple of years ago. Would have been done by Boom Studios.
Yeah, it's got that or Boombox, the
Oh,
kids
Boombox.
version.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
But I mean, yeah, this is definitely 100%. Nice pick, mate. Nice pick, and the cover as well. Awesome. Cabinet one. This is the cover B by Savage. This looks pretty awesome. Dutch issue number 1 again by Image Comics. Is this something you would read?
Do you know,
It's another mini
I
series.
I contemplate. I think it's a 3 issue series. This one, and it's one that I'd contemplated putting on my list of picks, but it just didn't. The synopsis didn't grab me. It just didn't feel like one of the books that I'd enjoy. But each to their own, I guess.
I mean, for me, like if I see a nice cover, like I will go on Slab Crusaders regularly and I go, oh, I like that, I like that, I like that. And they're pure
Mm.
cover buys, or I'm picking them up as fillers because I'm already with the run. If I see a nice cover and the synopsis is shit, are you still going to read the comic or are you still going to pick it up?
That's if it's a really nice cover by an art. Let's give an example here.
Mhm.
If it was Jock that was doing the cover, or it was J. Scott Campbell,
Yeah.
I would pick up the book regardless of what the story is, who the
Hmm.
publisher is, or who's written it, or who's the
Yeah.
internal artwork. It would
Yeah.
just be picked up. This isn't a book that done it for me. It
Hmm.
felt like if it didn't have Image Comics on it, it'd have probably completely passed me by, to be honest.
Hmm. There we go. Edvic just ordered my monthly box. Hope I don't regret it in my cover picks. Probably will. Ed, it would be awesome because obviously this is the community box. I'm assuming that you're talking to. It'd be really good to find out. Just drop us a message or even post the pictures and send it to us on our Instagram so we can kind of post it because it'd be interesting to see what covers you've picked from the options that you had to see how the first community box purchase went. So massive thanks for that. I'm sure James would be happy. But yeah, with this, I don't know if I'd pick it up. It just seems like again, it's like 90 Super Soldier returns from an adventure. Again, it just seems a lot of these companies now are jumping on the bandwagon of let's get people to relive their childhood with like the likes of G.I. Joe, Cobra
And that
Commander,
and that's the
Transformers,
thing.
Thundercats.
That's the thing. Like we've got Cobra Commander coming up, we've got GI Joe that's happening. It's like we've got it. We don't need it
Yeah,
somewhere
yeah,
else.
yeah,
But
yeah,
do you know
yeah.
what? This is going to kick me in the backside because this will probably be absolutely superb and
Hmm.
everybody will love it, and we'll just dismiss it.
There we go. What now? We've got Ghost Program Phase Cover A by Dan Mora. I assume that's Dan Mora. It
Yeah,
doesn't say. I assume it's Dan Mora. In the
I
future
think it
governed
is.
by Techracy, Carol Casey has privatised the production, training, and distribution of genetic manipulated politicians. Enzo, a design candidate, uncovers a shocking truth: an oversupply of politicians that must be terminated. So a bit like the UK government.
Wow.
Basically, that's what it's about. There we go. But yeah, that's a good one. We've got cover B, which is to be decided. We have cover C, which is a pretty cool DNA blank variant cover there. In fact, and I
Oh,
can totally
have I lost you? Oh,
no, I'm still
no,
there.
I'm back.
You still
I
there?
don't know if it was me. I
You're
don't
back.
know if it was me, or if it was you, or if it was me, or if it was you. But
I
yeah,
think
this
it might have been me.
This is Inferno's issue number 1, and this was my joint top pick as well. I think this looks great. Again, Image Comics, like That's I think 2 of the 4 that I picked in my G were Image Comics. And Abraham Abe Morgenstern, the son of Satan, has 1 month to live. Before he dies, he must decide which of his 3 wayward children, volatile narcissist Nero, conflicted field operative Jackal, or troubled schoolgirl B, will inherit his shadowy empire. But will Abe ever be able to truly cede control of the apocalypse, or does the Antichrist have something else up his sleeve? And it's Ryan Parrott who done Rogue Sun and Power Rangers that's doing the writing, and Noah Gardner is doing the art. No, John Pearson is doing the art, and he's known for like Department of Truth and Blue and Green.
So Ryan Parrott on Power Rangers, you can't fault him. Like, he is Mr. Power Rangers. But then he kind of jumped off it for a couple of issues and stuff, and I lost interest, totally lost interest in it. So hopefully, with seeing his name, it might just nudge me to jump onto it. But this seems good though. Like, this did. Like,
I love the cover. The cover's great. Like the reflection, you can see obviously the evil side of them, and I just think that's fantastic. So I think this might be a big hit. So definitely make sure you pick it up.
Definitely, because there's one cover. You've got cover B as well, which is by Alex Cormack. This is awesome. This is wicked. Like, I think that would probably be the cover that I'd pick up, to be fair.
Yeah, that looks cool. Yeah, especially if I don't know if Alex is doing all the sort of cover Bs, but you can just imagine those all black and white, all lined up with all the different characters.
Yeah,
cool.
Yeah. And then to finish it off, we have Mindbender issue number 1, which again, this is Scout Legacy. This is, what is this about? This is
just another one of those reprints, isn't it?
Yeah. Alexander Oberman witnessed the grief and death of his parents in a horrendous explosion as a result of his own mind tapping into previously unknown powerful force. Is that so? Have you read this when it came out originally?
No, I never heard of it.
Would you read it now that it's out?
Nope. Probably not.
I don't know. Like, I don't know. This just seems a bit far-fetched for me. Not a bit out of what I would be interested out of my comfort zone.
Only so much time in a week to read stuff, and I think the list of books that I have still to read, it's like it's got to be pretty special. Somebody's got to tell me that it's fantastic before I'll go read it. And
there we go. James has apologized. Oh, and sorry, there's no writer info publisher, except I had everything all done on Google Sheets and the file corrupt somehow, so no time to fix it last night. James, it's your site, mate. You ain't got to apologise for nothing. You're the captain of the ship, so yeah, don't worry about it, mate. But just fix it for next week, because it makes things easier. So that was the new number 1s. Over to the cover buys now. Now, as we mentioned, there's probably going to be a few crossovers, but let's delve in and let's take it away. So obviously we've got this one, the Blood Commandment. This is awesome with the blood. Was the blood on the last one?
Yeah. This is a homage, isn't it? This cover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it an American Werewolf in London?
I'm not too sure. I'm not 100% sure. I'm sure somebody in the chat will be able to enlighten us. But
if anyone knows, I swear it's like an American Werewolf in London.
I've seen it, but it's one of those ones I've seen it before. I've definitely seen it before.
It's probably going to be like Twilight or something, isn't it?
Probably, yeah. It probably is, actually, yeah. Buffy the Vampire Slayer, something like that. Yeah.
And there we go. What's that saying? Following on from talking about 9.9s last week, the internet's gone mental with CGC saying you're going to be able to pre-screen for 9.9s, maybe, possibly.
Underworld.
Yes, with Kate Beckinsale.
I knew I'd seen it before.
Yeah, it's the one with Kate Beckinsale. Awesome film.
Listen, don't get me started on those 9.9s, because first and foremost, your 9.8s are going to decrease in value. It's also a fantastic way to make everybody look elsewhere because of the actual real issue.
Yeah.
And it also means that there's going to be an upsurge in 9.9s as well. So it allows CGC to reset the market, and all those 9.8s that have been sort of flipped and forged and taken out and put with crappy books, they'll just disappear because nobody will care.
Well, let's talk about the fact that James got his CGC things back, and there was 4 10s in there. 4 10s.
Indeed.
4 10s. Jesus Christ. 4 bloody 10. We're still waiting for the unboxing video for that, James. So come and sort it out, mate. Abbott 1979. I remember last year or a year before you was reading this, wasn't you?
This can't be. Tell me this isn't the same arc. Is this the same? Is this only in issue number 4?
Yeah.
That's crazy. That feels like a lifetime ago that we were talking about this book.
Yeah. The cover's quality though. Like I like the cover how she's like lit up a fag and it's kind of the smoke has created the face and stuff. Yeah, this book started 2 years ago.
That's crazy. Yeah, no, all the covers were great. I think Tula Lotay done a cover if I remember correctly as well.
Yeah, she did.
For Sin as well. So
yeah, she did. And again, going back to our childhood, we got Gargoyles, Dark Ages. I enjoyed the first one. I read them because I was a massive fan of the TV show. I've got the computer games on my little retro gaming device as well. So when this came out, I was all over it. And I noticed the Creighton Crane awesome cover here that we've got here, which is wicked. We've got cover B by Alan Quay, which is he does some fantastic covers. He really, really does. And then we're touching on Sweetie again, Vampirella 666. Batman
that's the Cohen,
143.
cover. You see it?
That's the Cohen one. Yeah, that's awesome.
That's the Cohen one. Yeah.
That is awesome. See, if you was, I said last week, I think when we might have featured this, I said, is that Carla Cohen cutting off Lucio's head because she's had enough of him?
You wished.
Yes, I do. Batman 143 cover D, the Kevin Wilder sweater weather variant. There's no sweater needed in that. His bum cheek's a bit distorted there. I'm not sure I'm going to be picking up that cover. Then we've got Green Lantern issue number 8. We've got Green Lantern issue number 8, Tiago de Silva. Sweater weather. The sweater weather must just be like a run of variant covers that they're doing, I assume. Outsiders.
Have they ran out of ideas? That's what I want to know. Like sweat. Like, can you imagine getting into your LCS? Can I have all the sweater weather variants, please? Be quick about it.
Yeah. It's just really, really not good, is it? Then we've got Outsiders issue number 4, cover C, which is the Draper Ivy Black History Month variant. We have Gods issue number 5 from Ron Lim, the Cosmic Homage variant. And then, as you touched on, this incredible Hulk, incredible cover by Greg Capullo. We've got the Marvel Superheroes Secret Wars Battle World issue number 4 main cover there. And then, there's only one cover out for that, really? I thought there would have been some better cover picks there for that one.
Yeah, it's perfect, isn't it?
We've got the Last Hunt, which is that one. We have the David Marquez foil. We've got Spider-Boy. Now this is again another Spider-Man comic. Spider-Boy, Spider-Woman, Spider-Gwen, Spectacular Spider-Man.
So it was Spider-Boy who has the Baldari. So that one in the far right, I think, is probably one of my top cover picks. I think that's superb.
Yeah. This one here for me, now when I see this, I kind of instantly thought of Stranger Things.
Stranger Things, yeah, me too, yeah.
Instantly thought of Eddie Munson as Stranger Things. This 100%. And if anyone else out there wants to say that it doesn't, you're wrong. I'm right. This is Stranger Things vibe. This is the Martin Coccolo Stormbreakers variant cover. And then, as Andy just mentioned, we've got the Nicoletta Baldari variant cover as well. Page 2. What's on page 2? Another Spider-Man, Spider-Woman. See, I love this cover. I really like that cover. And I think it's mainly because of the Marvel. Like, why they ever change that old Marvel Comics logo? I'm a massive fan of that. And like, I would definitely buy this. And again, this is Todd Norch.
Yeah.
You don't like it?
I don't dislike it, Charlie.
I like it because it looks old. I like it. I like that. I prefer it to the Ultimate Spider-Man one, number 2.
You do like your old things, don't you?
I do like my old things. I do. Yeah. Ultimate Spider-Man issue number 2. Now, Triple G put a video out the other day of, is this the best Spider-Man comic? I really, really enjoyed the Ultimate Spider-Man issue number 1 that came out last week. I really, really enjoyed it. And I haven't read a Spider-Man comic in ages, but I enjoyed that one. So I'm definitely going to be picking up number 2.
You're going to start enjoying X-Men soon as well, aren't you? You've changed.
No, absolutely no way. No way. That for me, the videos, the films, the movies, even the music in the comics is confusing. It's a whole world of confusion that I don't want to get myself into. But I think with Spider-Man, I do enjoy it. I don't know if I'd buy that comic cover, but I am enjoying I am enjoying the cover. I think that's quite cool what they've done there with the spider.
Yeah, with the reflection as well is pretty cool. No, I've heard so many good things about the first issue, specifically from like hardcore Spider-Man fans as well.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm glad I picked up the G. Scott Campbell cover.
There we go. I like the Spider Boy covers. They're doing some great work on them. Agreed. Eddie, Stranger Things, yes, thought the same. Exactly. See, there we go. And Eddie said, Ultimate Spider-Man is good. You never know. Ultimate Spider-Man might. Please go away. No way. you were doing so well, Ed. Doing so well. American Psycho issue number 4. This is an awesome cover. That's his business card.
They've done these business card
cool.
covers for every issue, I believe.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. And then we've got the Black Armament, which we said there, and then we have Zorro, Man of the Dead.
We definitely need a Killer Comics show.
Yes.
Top cover picks, because there's 2 covers that I picked in my IG post that haven't been selected. Do you want to do a quick search on it, Charlie, and we can?
Yes, let's have a look. What was it?
The first one was Zawa, Zawa.
Oh yes, yes.
And it's the first that one.
That one. This is an awesome comic, you know. Like, this is wicked.
It's fantastic. Now, the interesting thing with this one is that they always bring out an FOC variant. James, I think if you're still in the chat, I don't know if they've actually revealed the FOC, but I think on a few occasions it's been Scott Young. It'd be interesting to see if there's a Scott Young cover for this issue. But I think Franny's work is absolutely superb. I'd highly recommend you go check out her other cover work as well. But this instantly caught my eye. What do you think, Charlie G?
I love that. I love Zawa. Yeah. I picked up the first issue. I bought it from Slab Crusaders, and I've really enjoyed it. But I didn't even know we was on issue 2 and 3 because it kind of passed me by. Because it's Boombox, I was kind of just thinking, oh, where's issue number 2 and 3 gone? I initially thought it was a one-shot because there were so many covers out for it. Scotty Young done various covers, and there was loads. And I kind of just thought, with the push that it had, it was going to be a one-shot. And it's wicked to know that there's 4 issues of it. But I definitely do think that where we've now taken the FOC section out of the Killer Comic Show after last week, I definitely think we can incorporate that into here. So James, if you're up for that, we can kind of take this offline. But I think it'd be wicked. You could just have like a Killer Comics section on the website and a Killer Comic Picks, which is basically what we've done on the show. We've taken it off now, and it just takes you just have it on your show. So
like maybe like a dedicated page or something like that.
Yeah,
where people can go buy those for.
Why not, that we've mentioned, but yeah, that's wicked. Yeah, so Zawa issue number 4, awesome comic. If you're not reading it,
Zawa issue number 4. And the other one that I had was Cruella de Vil issue number 3, the Joshua Middleton cover.
Cruella de Vil, was it issue number 4? That one there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Look at this. Look at that. That's awesome, man.
Fantastic. Like when I looked at that, I didn't instantly know that was a Joshua Middleton cover. I just really liked it, and his range is so vast. Like, you can do all sorts of different like types and genres and stuff like that. But yeah, I love this cover, so this might be one that I'll be picking up.
And there we go. You heard it here first, people. Absolutely no problem. It's as simple as adding a tag to it. There we go. Bosh, nice one, James. Thank you. We're with the help of you, we're creating a beast for the comic community, and that's what it's all about.
We're creating a monster. We're creating a monster. That's what it is.
Edvic, bit disappointed you haven't decided to do January previews. There's 61 pages of them. I need going through.
Well. Actually, I've been talking to James, and I'm going to be selecting my top picks for previews, which maybe not necessarily for this month's previews, but certainly for the next previews, we will hopefully be able to put together some sort of perpetual comics mystery box with all my previews picks. But
look at that. See that?
Yes.
The world is our oyster. Andy, no joke, I looked at both, including the Zawa FOC reveal, and decided against it. That's it. Done. There we go.
Can I make a suggestion, Charlie? Of
course you can.
I was thinking, could we bring up the link to the mystery box?
Well, you're saying that. There we go. It's this one, the community box. So there we go. As if by magic. So there we go.
What covers would you pick for Kid Venom? I'll give you my cover pick and pick yours.
For Kid Venom, I would pick. How many do we get to pick?
One for each of the comics, yeah.
I would go for that one. I would go for that one. I like that one. And then for
The
Weapon X,
the Inhuke okay. I would go for the first cover, so the main cover, cover A.
okay.
Tegami.
For Weapon X-Men, John Boy Maz, of course.
Do we know who's doing the third? The cover's Mark Brooks.
Mark Brooks.
That's a headshot cover. Yeah, I'm going to go for John Boy. Yeah,
John Boy. For Thundercats, I think I would have to go for Ivan. No. Oh, this is. I think it's going to have to be Ivan Taylor, you know.
The problem with going with Ivan Tail is I wouldn't have necessarily went for the Ivan Tail one for issue number 1, and me being OCD, I'd have to have Ivan Tail across the board. Do you know what I mean? Because I think when you get those as a set, they'll look fantastic. Hey Alex, how's it going? I'm going to go for Nakayama.
Nakayama, okay. Batman Dark Age issue number 1. Oh. I don't like either of them, so I'm going to go for the Frank Quietly.
So the Batman Dark Age, was this voted for in Peter's
show? Yeah. Yep.
And this did this get? Am I right in saying this get picked over Feral, the Feral website?
Yes.
Website.
Yep.
Feral issue.
Yes.
What's going on? That's madness. I'm going to go for. I'm going to go for the Quietly cover, because normally his covers are quite strange and different. So I don't like those two covers. So yeah, go for that one.
So Django Fett was the community vote on the Killer Comic Show. I'm going to go for the Derek Chew.
What's the missing one? Who's doing the cover on the missing one?
That is the movie variant.
I'm going to go for the movie variant. I don't know what it is, but I'm going to go for that.
Cool. And then the X-Men 97. Ben Harvey, the Russell Dalton, and the TB artist variant. I'm going to go with this one, the 97, because this is just pure TV show vibes, I think.
Okay, I'm going to go for Russell Dalton on the basis that I'm hoping it's one of the. Do you know the covers he does? That it's all the characters. It's all the characters from the past years. Yeah. It's either going to be that, or he's going to do like a trading card variant. But if it's one of those ones with all the characters, that's a no-brainer for me.
Oh, so there we go. James said Batman was his Facebook group. So Ed went for. I went for 42523. So what was that? So he went for. There we go. So he went. Oh no, where have we gone? Where was it? Where have we gone back? Oh no, there we go. Right, here it is. So Ed went for 4, 2.
He loves a foil, does Ed?
5, 2, 3. Is that where you got it? Yeah. There we go. Yeah. Nice. And then you didn't. And then the X-Men as well. But yeah, I mean, this is. Now that it's straight out like this is so much more self-explanatory. The Killer Comic Show, we will pick one. The Killer Comic Show community will pick one. Pete will pick one. His community will pick one. James will pick one. His community will pick one. It'll all go on. You'll be able to pick what covers you want in your monthly box. And in some of the monthly boxes will potentially have a ratio in them. So you could be one of them lucky customers that you pay your money for it to be stacked or shit. And you get your comics, and you might be in charge with getting a ratio as well. Boom. Done.
What, nice. 20 quid stacked for 6 comics bagged and bolded?
It is, yes. It is, yeah, 20 quid stacked and 24 pound shipped. You can't go wrong. And I tell you now, they are top quality comics, bagged and bolded with a little sticker on the back as well. Perfect. You can't ask for more. So that's it. We've done the top picks. We've done the key specs. We've done the new number ones. We've done the cover buys. Marvel and DC featured in that show. So I think an hour is more than enough. I think we've done it there. I think we're still gonna be making adjustments to the show. We're just gonna make it better for you guys, for every single one watching. But that's the FOC. That's the Thank Fuck It's Wednesday. Andy, you hate the stickers on the back, do you?
I didn't know if we wanted to make that public, James, but now he's made it public. I absolutely detest that little silly sticker, because it. Bear with me, guys. Okay, it's too sticky, and you can cut that for your wee video things, for your shorts. The sticker, honest to goodness. See when I was trying to, and you know what, I'm like, I don't want to ruin get it all.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, because you see
much.
here, right? I've got the Killer Comic Show X-Men, Alex Ross run behind me, all across here, the interjoining, and where I've got them in the top loaders, where I put them in, sometimes where it sticks, the sticker, the top of the bag flips up and it gets caught. So I've had to turn them around and stick them onto the bottom. So the top of it is in the bottom.
Charlie, I was that passionate about this that I actually texted him as soon as I got my last package from him, and he was like, "Oh, that's cool. I've only got 8,000 stickers to go before we can get rid of them." do you know what to do? The next box of mine, just stick them all over the box, James. Just get rid of
my
them.
kids. Since you can send 1,000 to me, my kids would love them. I'll end up looking like Polka Dot Man. He's fine, but it's all good. But yeah, that is it. You can head over now to Slab Crusaders. You can pick up the comics that you want from FOC, and then next week we'll have next week's FOC. As always, you can find us live tomorrow night over on the Killer Comic Show, same time, same place, every single week. Killer covers, killer reviews, killer pickups, indie picks. We've dropped the FOC section because we're doing it on a Wednesday night now, but then going forward, we'll have our section on the website, hopefully. And then you will be joining us tomorrow with myself and Peter, won't you, Andy?
I will indeed, mate. I will be gracing your presence once again, and I'm looking forward to reviewing Transformers 4 and Blood Commandments issue number 3.
Boom. Yeah, there's some 2 good comics in Blood. If you haven't read them, make sure you read them in time for the show. But yeah, that's another good.
Tidy.
You tomorrow, 9 p.m, same time as always. Have a good one. See you later.
Good night, guys.